Welcome to this Lane Council training on understanding and filing Idaho bond claims. Idaho bond claims for publicly owned projects follow the same basic three-step process of gaining the bond right, claiming the bond right, and taming the bond right. At Lane Council we call this process, gain it, claim it, and tame it. In Idaho, bond rights belong to first and second tier subs and their suppliers. No preliminary notice is required, although it is wise to send the general such a notice. The bond right is claimed by sending the general a notice of claim within 90 days after last furnishing labor or material. To tame the bond right, a lawsuit must be filed within 1 year after last labor or material. To file a preliminary notice or bond claim in Idaho, go to the Lane Council Ordering Center. In the Ordering Center, you choose property where your project is located, and order a lien, bond claim, preliminary notice, or other notice for that project. As with all other pages on the Lane Council website, you navigate to any other part of the site by clicking on the dashboard icon, or clicking the buttons to the Learning Center, Bookstore, etc. In the Ordering Center, there are two maps. The map on the left is a blank map, from which you can select the property where you want to place a lien or other notice. On the right is a map showing property which has already been liened. We recommend that first, you look at currently liened property, in the map on the right, to see if your project has already been liened, so you will not have to re-enter information about the project. If your project has not already been liened, use the map on the left to select the property for your lien or other notice. Begin your search of currently liened properties by clicking the Maximize button at the top right corner of the map. To narrow your search, click the drop-down menu. Then select the city near your project. You can click on the bubbles to see information about the property in the details box on the right side of the screen. To see actual imagery of buildings, click the satellite button. To zoom in for a closer look at any land, move the cursor over the area you want to enlarge, and while holding down the left mouse button, drag that area to the middle of the screen. Then enlarge the map by either double-clicking the left mouse button, or rolling the roller ball on your mouse forward. As you zoom in, if the area you want to view begins to move off the map, click and drag it to the middle again. Repeat the dragging and zooming process until you can see the property well enough to decide whether you want to lien this same property. If you want to lien the same property as that marked on the screen, click the Next button. If you cannot find your project from the map of currently liened properties, minimize the map, and select the land you want lien from the other map. Maximize the blank map on the left. Enter the address in the box. As soon as you click the Search Maps button, or double-click on a piece of property, you'll notice the address also appears in the detail box on the right of the screen. If you are confident this is the correct address for the property, you can fill in the other fields in the details box, then click Next and finish submitting your order. If you are not sure this address is correct, you can use the map to zoom in on the property and select the correct land. After you zoom in and find the correct property, double-click on the land or the building. This will put an address in the details box. Then fill in the other boxes. Sometimes, when you double-click on a property, the Google software does not have an exact address, so it will put a range in the address box. When we receive the order, we will contact you and verify information with the county recorder to make sure the correct address is used. After you select the property for your notice, fill in the details about this property. In the project name field, you put in information about the project which will help you identify the notice when we communicate with you. The project name is the description we will use in our communication with you. So it can be address, account, or other information which will help you know what project we are talking about in our communications. In the owner name field, put the name of the owner. Be as accurate as possible. If you have tax ID or other information about the land, you can look up the name of the owner by using the Lien Counsel Search Center and searching the recorder's website. If you have a tax ID number, included it. You can look up the tax ID number using the Lien Counsel Search Center and searching the recorder's website. However, this is not a required field. If you have an SCR number, included it, but this is not a required field. The property description can be an address or other information which will help us lien the correct property, such as tenant improvements on 5th floor, paving of south parking lot, etc. If you want to look at an exact legal description, you can look that up using the Lien Counsel Search Center and searching the recorder's website. You are required to put some information in this field. After you fill in the boxes, click the Next button. Then click the drop-down list to select the type of notice you want to order. Select the notice from the list. If you are unsure about what notice to order, select a notice and then click the Learn More button. Once you have selected the correct notice, click Next. Fill in the information for your order, and click Next. Review the pricing information, and then click Next to complete your order. Review your order information. If there are any errors, click the Back button to go back through your order and make corrections. Once the order is complete, enter your credit card information, and submit your order by clicking the Place My Order button. Thank you for using Lien Counsel.